and she didn't make her first queen till like the layer finished. Because like in Brood War, like you just like don't make queens for forever, and I was like, don't do that. Like make queens like as soon as you can, make a lot of
Queens
them.
are the best unit.
They're like defensively, aggressively, economically.
I will
like,
say though, I haven't played on the new patch very much. Maybe today and like a few other days. The new transfuse is very different. It's just like it's only half.
And then
but
it does it
pretty
over the time too, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like
you get the full heal, but it's very noticeable. Like when I was healing spores against somebody on ranked earlier. It's pretty cool though that they made such a drastic change. Like little changes like that add up to create a different meta. But
yeah, definitely like you can't do like the like Nidus Worm and just get like 9 queens to like make your army live forever.
Right. They did buff Nidus though. I think they're cheaper to make.
Oh, really?
They still have armor, I think, when they are being made. Not as bad as it was. I think Wings of Liberty, you can snipe them very easily.
Okay.
But they found a pretty good in-between.
Okay, sick.
All right, so we have GTMD and Andross. A lot of Zerg players tonight. I thought about switching to Protoss to mix it up.
Oh, you should do it just so I can watch you play Protoss. Although your next match, I think, is
maybe not the next match, but the following.
Yeah. All right, yeah, so in the top right, we got Andross, Orange Zerg.
Nice camera action.
All right, I've been working on it, you know.
Practicing.
And then in the bottom left, we got Dr. Green Thumb MD. It's the yellow Zerg.
Cool.
Yeah, a lot of ZVZs.
I actually really like ZVZ, though. I like mirror matchups in general. Kind of shows who really edges out. Can't have any complaints about balance. It's
yeah.
Whoever the better player is will win. There can be, with Zerg versus Zerg, there can be a very little rock, paper, scissors aspect if you're doing like a 10 pool against a greedy hatch open. Other than that, it's usually most players play pretty standard. But
yeah.
Unless you're in like tournament play, like today, you might see some people throw some cheese in.
Yeah, Slarty was saying, I think, I actually didn't see it. I think he might be going random. I don't know if he actually chose Zerg. So he might be going random. He said he's going to try to go for some cheese, like in general today.
Cool.
So we'll see exactly what that entails for ZVZ.
I hope we get some cheesy games going.
There's no like proxy hatch yet, but yeah, ZVZ is really weird because you can do weird stuff with like the creep. You know, like you can put like your creep tumors on their creep, or like bring over, you know, like spine crawler, like do some like weird stuff.
Yeah, in a long game they tend to overlap and it gets really weird.
Yeah, and then like because you just have like the same upgrade. Like it doesn't matter what creep you're on, right? You just have to be on creep to have like the speed and everything.
Yeah. It's like, do you really want to clear your opponent's creep tumors?
Or just,
obviously you do, just for vision reasons, because that's kind of, it's a map pack.
Yeah, they literally have, yeah.
And at some point, good players will get overseers and clear out overlapping creep, but it is interesting for sure. You can always see the queen drops with creep. That's always fun to see. All right.
All right, Andross going for the first set of lings.
Andross. Okay, Andross is orange. Green Thumb opting for earlier speed, which can really, like, if you're down, even if you're down like 4 or 5 lings, you can, if you have speed, you usually win the engagements.
She has 6 lings coming up as well.
I played against Andross. That was my first match today. I think he did get later speed against me as well.
Yeah, I feel like you got speed pretty fast both games, right?
Yeah, I always try to tech it right away. I like being able to have the vision, the control.
Yeah, I feel like especially with the ZVZ, like you're gonna be in ling fights for like that first like part of the game, like almost no matter what.
Exactly. There are some things you can do. I used to like to do Evo walls with roaches. Oh man.
Dang, yeah, I was gonna say if she could save that queen, that'd be sick, because then she gets all those lings skilled. But it's just kind of like a trade.
The early queen pick is.
It was rough for Green Thumb, right? Yeah. I don't think she would have been super on top of like injecting larva and doing everything like you can do with your queens.
Right.
But yeah, it's still, even just like defensively, like they're so strong against almost everything. Kind of sucks getting picked off so early.
I did tip Andross on not getting. He was getting his overlords picked early by my queens. Looks like he doesn't have any overlords out now. But
oh yeah, that's just Green Thumb. Yeah.
Probably took a little too far there, but. So he's playing a little bit in the dark. Green Thumb has one overlord a little further out, so she should be able to see any incoming lings.
Yeah, she has a little bit of vision.
Yeah.
Hiding a little bit.
At least on that main ramp, unless Andross is sneaky and goes around the top or right. doing some mind games.
Ooh, we're getting another set of Lings. Defensive spine crawler by oh, that's actually by Green Thumb too. Yeah, so she plays like fairly defensive.
I don't really mind the defensive spine crawler usually. You never know what your opponent's going to throw at you, and in a ZVZ, it is a pretty low cost. I mean, you might want the drone, and it's 100 minerals, so it can be the price of 3 drones when you think about it. But if you're droning hard behind the crawler, it's not so bad.
But what, are they just moving? They're just moving. So at least only gets like 1 hit from the. I don't know what he's trying to do with this
scouting roach.
single roach. Yeah.
Who knows? We'll find out.
Oh, there we go. Green Thumb and I. So when we play like PvZ, it's not too close. So I've been playing a lot of ZVZ with her, and I do a lot of just like making banes, trying to distract and getting these banes in the worker line. So she might be going for that. She's already gonna get 1 queen.
It's a good move. I probably could have pulled the bane sooner, but
Yep.
she's going.
And the workers are
She should hit it.
Just click them.
The bane micro can be a little tricky. You kind of want to move command and try to hit the attack right when you're on the drones. Thing is, if you hit attack move, they're going to try to hit the roaches.
The first thing that they enter, yeah.
So it could be tricky, but
got 4 workers and a decent amount of them are bruised up.
Yeah, I'd say that's a favorable trade. Her army's behind, but she's producing 12 Lings right now. So by the time Andross gets across the map, she'll be just fine, especially with her defensive spine.
Yep, scaring off. Yeah, I really don't like Andross slow dripping these roaches in. He just keeps them clumped up. I feel like he could have taken that queen for sure.
Yeah, with Roach, you kind of want to start off defensive until you get that large number of them. A large number of roaches is very scary early on, especially if you're a Ling heavy army. Unless you have like the correct Baneling connection, that roach ball is not going to die.
So she's getting lair and she's getting her macro hatch.
A macro hatch, I like that. Not something you see too often.
So I think I did tell her because Ling Boy, the Grandmaster Zerg that sometimes comes with these, I think said like if you ever have like, I think he said like over like 1,000 minerals or something with Zerg, like just throw down another hatchery, like whether it's like an economic hatch or just macro hatch, like just throw it down. So yeah, she definitely has a lot of minerals to work with. She's gonna be behind on the upgrades.
She doesn't have an army. It's looking like this roach ball is gonna take over here.
Yeah, she has 1 queen up here, but yeah, these roaches will at least get pretty much all these workers killed. I don't know how aggressive he's gonna be if he's gonna come up this ramp.
Yeah, I think she just misjudged how deadly that ball would be.
Oh, she's going for yeah. She needs to do something about it. She's not producing any army units right now. There we go, 6 things start up. She has more larvae and more like minerals though.
She could. She probably had to throw down a bunch of spines, if anything, but it's not looking too good for her. Oh, yeah. GG. Andross taking the first win. It seems like fairly close in skill level, so maybe Green Thumb can pull off a win as well.
Yeah, I mean it looked like the first like interaction basically that they had. She at the very least like went out pretty even with the losing all her Lings and Banes, but taking down a queen, taking down like 4 or 5 workers.
Yeah, it was just the incorrect follow-up. If she made a larger army, she probably could have taken that ball out, and I think she had a higher econ at that point. So.
Yeah, especially with the way that Andross played it. She saw the first roach underneath her overlord, like a minute or 2 before like the whole group came in. So definitely had enough time to like kind of react to the roaches being a thing. I don't know if that means massing Lings or what exactly like the best roach counterplay is, but
right.
I was just a bit scared when all those Banes walked in.
But the series could be anybody's series, it seems like. I think Green Thumb, with her first attack, that could have also gone snowballed further. The Bane hits could have been a little stronger, so if she keeps that strategy going, she should be good.
When he pulled those workers to fight off the Lings and then the Banes came in, if they would have gotten that first hit, because I think she was just waiting for it to be a... Hey, wait.
I think the Banes came in a little late, too, but that's just part of learning. Oh, I was almost tear in one game. It like automatically puts me on a tear when I was in the lobby.
All right, that should be good. I knew these guys. I assumed like they'd be like pretty close. So that's why I kind of wanted to see him on stream.
Oh, is he rolling the random?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
cool.
he was doing random. I think before he was doing random and just happened to be ZVZ.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see if he gets tossed. I think he wanted to try a cannon rush. I think if he's up 1, it'd definitely be the time to do it.
There you go.
Let's go.
That's what this is. What he dreamed of. Especially he's on random too, so she doesn't
That's what
know.
I'm saying. Yeah, like you have like all the thing in the world. Oh yeah. All right. So hopefully doing cannon rush in the top left corner. We got Andross as the orange Protoss. I really like orange on Protoss too. It like kind of blends in with the.
Kind of fits with the lore.
Yeah, like their normal colors and stuff. It just kind of looks nice. And in the bottom right, we got GTMD, Dr. Green Thumb.
On the puke yellow.
All right, we got an early probe scout. Let's see if it is.
You know he's doing it.
Yeah, you got to do it. All right, so the Overlord sees it. I don't know if she was paying attention to our mini-map, though.
Now, Cannon Rush is one of the most annoying things if you don't know how to respond to it. Players that ladder all the time, they have like a determined response usually because they play against it so much on ladder.
Yeah.
But with Green Thumb being new, I'm curious to see how she tries to handle this.
It's gonna be rough, yeah. At the very least, he did it over here. So like usually, if you can get,
she's pulling drones. Oh, she might.
She gets the surround and he doesn't.
Oh my
he did
goodness.
mineral walk. So he definitely could have mineral walked out of there. At least kept him alive for a little bit longer. But I think that was literally just because I would always at least block her hatchery when I played Protoss against her. So I tell her like at least take one drone and like make him kind of like fight it off. So I guess I don't even know if she knows this is up here, but
that was pretty gangster.
She did
She did it and she went right back to mining. She knows.
Yeah, so now it's gonna take a while. At the very least, the cannon rush is delayed. And he's got his gateway, so you can go into kind of a more normal game. But I was gonna say with the positioning of this, you can do the cannons obviously to kill the hatchery, but you really want to control the ramp. Because that gives you like a lot of power with like cannon rushing. Because then you can start getting units up here, get vision. With this, if she gets spine crawlers, I think they just outrange cannons straight up.
This can be common too, just for denying the hatchery. And then a lot of like Protosses will follow up with a timing gateway, timing or Stargate timing.
Yeah. Oh, and he did, I think, get the defensive cannon as well. So he should be able to at least get his second base up and tack a little bit.
The correct response here would be you could either do spines and like move some spines. She probably could have pulled drones sooner.
I've seen Ravagers.
My favorite is
as
Ravagers.
Well. Yeah, those are pretty, especially when they're built this close. You can actually hit both of them with like one vial.
Also with Ravagers, it's okay if you lose the hatchery as long as you get that that crucial Ravager ball. You can just move across the map and get an early win.
Yeah, because Protoss usually doesn't have too much behind this. You can see Andross actually isn't building anything yet. I think he's going to go for the Nexus.
He's ready for Nexus. So
yeah,
it's pretty good follow-up.
Yeah, if he can hold on to it, he definitely will get a really nice economic boost.
Because if she loses the hatchery, she kind of almost has to all in at this point. So if he goes for the Nexus play, it guarantees that...
and she's doing a hidden hatch. I don't hate it.
No, I'm all for it, especially...
Oh, don't lose the
after the
yeah,
don't
throw the sprint in.
I think she placed the hatchery a little too high, but that's all right.
Yeah, it looks a little bit far away.
Yeah.
All right, as long as she isn't too aggressive here. I mean, he spent almost as much as she lost, you know.
Yeah, in the end of it, I mean, the 2 cannons and a pylon, that's 400 minerals. Yep.
So
it just stunts the Zerg growth, and Zerg needs that growth, but we'll see how she follows up.
Getting a few lings, getting that layer. I feel like she's getting a layer a little bit too early, just with the amount that she lost.
A muta cheese would be kind of funny.
She actually does kind of love mutas too, so that could be coming up.
A 1-base muta, I don't think he's ready for that. He does have a cyber, so.
He can at least make like stalkers or something, but.
A common follow-up is Stargate. I'm not sure what Andross is planning on doing.
I feel like with when I watch Haz is like my favorite cannon rusher probably.
Haz is beautiful, man.
So he usually does either a Stargate into like Oracle, or he does a Robo with a Warp Prism and like a Immortal or 2.
Right.
And basically, if they're trying to build like Ravagers or anything to destroy this stuff, 2 Immortals like destroy almost everything that like Zerg can build like early on. Other than like Lings, but like
the pro players with their double Immortal War Prism, it's pretty fun to watch, but I feel for the players that have to play against that. It's so frustrating.
It's so good. Even like at lower levels, like you get so much use out of a War Prism with Immortals. because they get their initial shields and then their barriers or whatever.
Right.
They just like live forever.
They did nerf the I think was it the pickup range in the last big
Oh,
patch?
the Warp Prism.
I haven't even played against a Warp Prism in the new patch, but yeah, so it should be easier to deal with from a Zerg perspective. I think the Queens can pick off the Warp Prism easier earlier on with a shorter range.
And that's actually with the Warp Prism and stuff. It comes back to also what I was saying with the positioning. If he was by the ramp, then it also gives them high vision with the Warp Prism. You can have like some stalkers with your immortals, and it just like kind of snowballs.
That's the Haas special. I know
yeah, it's so beautiful. There was one game against I forget, maybe Uthermal, some Terran that went like 25 minutes, and I don't think Haas ever had more than like 5 units. Like he had like his 2 immortals, his War Prism, maybe like a stalker, but he played on that for like 10-15 minutes.
Makes me want to do some proxy hatching on the ladder, get that going, because no one really expects proxy hatch so much as cannon rush.
So is Andross going to try to move out? He does not have that big of an army. Oh, okay, so Steph is going for mutas.
Oh, wow.
Which I think could actually...
They can
a few
destroy the
mutas
army.
could destroy this, yeah.
Mutas tend to beat stalkers. If she gets like 4 or 5 mutas, they could beat that stalker.
I was going to say, especially with just the numbers game, like this is not that big of an army.
No.
And he doesn't have any shield batteries. That's another Haz thing. Haz will build like 50 shield batteries right here. So he can't push.
She has Hydras.
She's moving. Oh,
that's unfortunate. Hydras are very good against gateway units.
At least it's pulling the attention away. I hope she keeps this queen up there. Okay, yeah. So she's positioning the queen.
Is the spire finished? Did she put down a spire?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think she just enjoys muta play, and she does have the. Oh, that's 2 Hydrodens.
And 2 layers, but it's all right. Well,
So
at least she doesn't have many workers here. All her workers are at the extra
new
base.
bases, yeah. Yeah, actually she has a decent amount of workers over there. Unfortunate that she did upgrade this to a layer, and she will lose it. Oh, wait, did you say she also upgraded? Oh, this is also a layer. Okay.
Yeah.
So she could really just move her base over here. And I guess she was okay. So she preemptively built another Hydroden. So Andross probably thinks he like won the game. Like,
right. She definitely could follow this up. She is
getting
very low on
another
workers
spawning pool
in comparison, but
get another Hydroden. Oh, and these need to be mining.
yeah.
But 5 Hydras, honestly. Well, okay, now it's building up to a pretty large army.
That looks like me and Brood where I always forget about my drones.
Oh, the drones just like chilling, like.
Yeah. Because you can't really rally point in Brood War.
Oh, really?
For your workers, yeah, you have to manually do it.
Jesus, that sounds so annoying. Especially when you have like 5 bases or something.
Yeah.
All right, so now he's on the lookout for the bases. He just has to walk around. Not over there. Maybe check up here.
It's looking like I think the last spot he'll check will be down there. So, if he were to go up, which he doesn't.
Oh, okay, so he's coming over. He might check this place real quick, but
She definitely won't be able to.
well,
Well,
it's looking like he's coming over soon. She can't build anything though. Cause
she has money.
A lot of,
She
can
can throw
make
down
lings now
spawns.
that she has spawning pool.
Yeah.
All right, so he's splitting it up. At least she'll get a quick kill on this one. But yeah, that's a lot of stalkers. If he keeps fighting like this, though. No, yeah, this should be GG.
I like where her head's at, though. Obviously, she's newer to StarCraft, but she kind of understands expanding, at least.
Yeah.
That was an appropriate expansion after being cannon rushed.
Yeah. And I've definitely, lost games where, I can't rush them. I think that, they're so screwed. They've been on one base for, 20 minutes.
Right.
And they have, 5 other bases. You're like, well, that's... I guess I should have seen that coming. But, yeah, all right.
Cool.
Andross going to take it 2-0. We're going to get another match here.